Hello, this is the final project demo by the Blue Group. Here's our group members and our designated roles. I'm Caleb and I'm the video and media manager, so I have to make sure that this video is perfect. What is our project? It's an AI exam system for essay-based assignments. Students can log in, choose exam settings and answer questions. Teachers can configure topics, difficulty, grade level, and grading style. System grades answers with rubric scores, feedback, and explanations. Saves exam history, disputes, tutoring, and progress over time. The system design. Design the front end with React and Vite. Um, Back end Unicorn. Fast API. These are APIs. For database, we use Convex. Helps store histories, sessions. Tech stack. Yeah, as we said before, React Vite for front end, Fast API, and Unicorn for back end. Together AI for LLM generation, Convex for the database, PyTest for backend testing, and PDF PowerPoint parsing for lecture material based question generation. Testing. What kind of testing do we do? We automated PyTest tests for backend logic routes. This is everything that our tests covered, a wide range of stuff. Security. Here's just a short list of stuff we made sure was like never exposed to front end like the together API calls, student logins. You can keep everything hidden behind your username and email. AI usage. The LLM was used for a number of stuff like question generation, rubric generation, etc. Everything here. Codex was mainly used for backend development. Everything here, and Claude was used for front end. As you can see, we're gonna go into a little more detail later on, but here's a short summary of our mini projects: Song Recommender, Resume Roaster, Travel Planner, Hobby Idea Generator, and the AI Mock Interviewer. And with that, I'm heading off to Samir.
So this is the code overview for the capstone project. It lets teachers create custom essay exams, students take those exams, and the system uses an AI model to generate questions and grade responses. The project is split into four main parts: the React front end, the Fast API backend, the Convex database layer, and the research evaluation tools. First, the front end lives in front end src app.tsx. The file controls most of the user interface, including the teacher dashboard, student login exam, screen, results page, tutoring page, and proctoring flow. The front end defines TypeScript interfaces that match the backend responses, so the UI knows what shape of data to expect. The helper functions like API post and API get are used to communicate for the backend API. When a student starts the exam, the front end moves through different exam phases like loading, writing, reviewing, and finish. And for example, when a teacher configures an exam, the front end sends the domain topics, difficulty, grade level, and grading style to the backend. Next, the backend is an app main.py. This is the core of the application. It uses Fast API to define API routes and Pydantic models to validate incoming data. The backend include routes like API configure exam, API start exam, API generate exam. The generate question route builds a prompt using the exam settings, topics, grade level, difficulty, and optional uploaded course material. That prompt is sent to Together AI, which returns a JSON response. The backend validates that AI response before sending it to the front end. The backend checks if the rubric scores line up correctly, stores the results, and can adjust the next question's difficulty based on recent performance. The database layer is handled by Convex. The schema defines the persistent data for the app. It stores students, teacher exam configurations, exam sessions, individual questions, and much more. Each table also has indexes such as looking up students by email, sessions by students, or questions by sessions. This makes it easier for backend to retrieve history, analytics, and teacher review. There's also the research side of the project. The research backend is an app, research.py, and the research frontend is in frontend src research.tsx. This part supports the capstone evaluation by generating sample items, allowing manual coding export, CSV files, and calculating research. Finally, the whole entire code base has tests. These tests check validation, API behavior, AI response, and much more. Now I'm going to hand it off to Caleb.
Yeah, thanks, Mir. With that, we can dive into our demo for the main project. Here's our homepage. If you go to instructor view, there's three options. First one, you can make the exam. You can topic, difficulty, grade you want, browser name, number of questions, like grading personality, strict, so balance, and encouraging, specific topics or instructions. You can also upload a PDF or a PowerPoint. Next, we have the dashboard. You can view the scores of your students, topics, questions, um, yeah, their disputes if they've won. And lastly, you can look at the students' exams themselves, the feedback given, total score, the response, and he disputed and won. so the revised score. And then we can go into the student view. Student login. If we log in, you can view the history, previous questions you've taken. Yeah, let's do this preset questions. Everything should be easy. We implemented webcam proctoring in the bottom right corner, but sadly, since I don't have a camera, it just says unproctored. Yeah, we got a 90%. Little rubric, 3 criteria, and there's feedback. Yeah, total score 90 out of 100. You can dispute the grade. Yeah, just short dispute. No, I failed. You can see exam history. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Angelina.
Hello, I'm Angelina. I'm the project manager and the education/prompt specialist. We'll be going over our coding schemes, and this is just a little glimpse into how I use Cursor to plan and implement them. With my prompt on the right and the plan generated in the middle, I was able to create this page for a human coder to actually rate and assess how well our system worked. To give these ratings, the coder is able to view our 5 coding schemes and sample questions, answers, rubrics, and grades generated by our system side by side. The coding schemes I made were essay question quality, grade level appropriateness, accuracy/fairness of grade and feedback, grading rubric quality, and helpfulness of grade explanation, with points ranging from 1 for being unacceptable to 4 for being excellent. Then the coder can save and export their notes and ratings as a CSV file for analysis. When we assessed our project, we had 2 human coders who gave ratings for almost 30 items, totaling to nearly 150 ratings across our 5 coding schemes. These are only a few figures from our analysis, but overall, 100% of the items we assessed scored 3 to 4 points, meaning everything generated by our system met or exceeded expectations, regardless of grade level, subject, and provided context materials. And with that, Faraz will take it from here.
My name is Faraz. I'm the Blue Group Documentation Manager, and this is our project manual for our AI exam and grading system that we built this quarter. Basically, it's everything we worked on all in one place. The main project plus all 5 mini projects from the early planning all the way to the finished versions. Since the document is so long, I'm only going to be going through the table of contents. It kicks off with a breakdown of every project, and then part 1 digs into the main project, where you can see how we go week by week through how it developed, plus the design, testing, security, how we used AI, and all of our results. Then part 2 does the same thing for the mini projects. It starts with the song recommender, then the resume roaster, the hobby idea generator, the AI mock interviewer, and finally the Atlas travel planner. You can see near the end that we even added our Discord history so that you could see how the team collaborated throughout each week. Also, since I'm the contingency manager, I keep a backup of everything we work on in our team Google Drive, from the project manual, every project, the prompt archives, basically everything. So no matter what happens, none of our work is ever lost. Now I'm going to be passing it off to Sadia.
My name is Sadia, I'm the planner of the group, and this is the song recommender. You can translate the entire website from English to Spanish for starters, you can write your own prompt, or you can generate your own prompt. There's a clean mode button that filters out songs with explicit content. Now let's generate a quick prompt and play a song. Wonderful. So you can go ahead and export it to YouTube. You can favorite your song. You can redo the track if you don't like it, or you can click more like this to generate songs based off of that specific song. Now, let's move on to the Save tab. In the Save tab, you can see all the songs that you have favorited. Let's export this to YouTube. In the Account tab, I linked my Google account. I'm going to export it to YouTube now, and as you can see, the playlist is now saved onto my YouTube account. In the musical personality quiz, you can take a quick 5-question survey that generates songs based off of your personality. I got Electric Party Storm, and here are all the songs that it generated for me. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Samir now.
So this is the demo of the resume roaster. So first what you want to do is put in your resume, and then you have the choice to pick between different critiques. So we're going to pick Gordon Ramsay and put whatever job you want. So I'm going to do a software engineer at Google. And the first review is a rule-based review based on keywords in a resume. So that's just a basic audit. It doesn't use any AI or anything like that or go to any API key. But then when we click deliver the roast, this is where it goes to together.ai. And it's going to give you a full entire resume review in Gordon Ramsay's tonality and voice. So once that fully loads, we can see our full grade just in a second here. And it's going to give us a C plus. And we can see all the different key points that I ranked our resume in. And a couple of features below is we can rewrite the bullet points and also give us a second critique pass on, someone else's point of view on our resume. Now I'm going to pass it over to Ahmed.
Hey, my name is Ahmad and I am the requirements manager, and here is a quick video presentation of my mini project, which is the hobby idea generator. So first I would just scroll down over here and I would type in a hobby I would want to get into. So for example, I could put basketball. I'll click continue. And down here I would put how many hours a week I could probably commit to this hobby. I'll put 3. And next it will prompt you to how much you are willing to spend on this hobby monthly. And next I'll just click generate my hobby plan. Down here I'll just get a bunch of recommendations. So one thing I can do is I could save it down here, and if I scroll down it'll be over here, and it'll save everything. It'll even show you what you need for the hobby. And yeah, I'll be passing it to French.
Hi, my name is Raj Patel, and I'll be covering the AI mock interviewer. Here you can submit a role. You can do a random role if you want. Select the difficulty, easy, medium, hard, general, behavioral, technical for the interview type. Goal of the practice, let's say be more concise here. If you want the feedback to be harsher, you can do that. Generate question. And then you get the question here, and you get some context. You can save the question if you want. It can read it out loud to you. Let's say the answer is, I'm not sure. It'll tell you if the length's too short, time limit, or time. You can start speaking to it if you want, instead of typing it. How confident are you? There's some hints here. And click submit answer. And then shows you what you got in different categories: strengths, weaknesses, coaching tip. An improved answer, you can copy it, read it out loud, try the question again. You can see previous submissions and by date and time, and keep the session if you want, in case you refresh. And yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Chris.
Hello, my name is Chris and I'm the testing manager, and this is my travel planner. You can start by picking a destination, departure date, return date, your traveler count, your budget level, and your interests, and then you can generate an itinerary. Or you can also load a saved trip. This shows you every single day and the activities. You can reorder each activity, and you can modify the amount of money you want to spend. There is also a map which indicates every single day, and you can scroll through each location for the day. There is also a packing list, which you can use AI to generate a packing list. And you can add your own items. You can also use an AI assistant tool to generate a plan for you and conversate with the AI to personalize the plan for you. You can also add a dark mode. I will now be passing it to Ahmad.
Hey, it's Ahmad again, and I'm the requirements manager, and I'll be showing you guys the time log. As a group, we logged a total of 434.5 hours. Here is a quick rundown of the entire time log where all of our group members would log their time. I'll use our project manager, Angelina, as an example for a more detailed look into the time log. As you see here, we have our group meetings where we would join a call and discuss our work for the week and assign responsibilities. You can see over here where she would work on her mini project, which was the
Thanks, Ahmad. But before we close, just want to shout out my team for the amazing 5 mini projects. We like them all so much, we decided to just share them all inside of this short little demo here. We have a couple of slides which will show the highlights of each project here. For the song recommender, like the recommendations, you can save music onto YouTube, extra tools like the personality quiz. For the resume roaster, you can actually submit your resume in and how there's different personalities for the roast. A hobby idea generator, personalized suggestions, which consider weekly times and budgets. The AI mock interviewer, where you can not only type, but you can also speak into it. It's pretty cool. Feedback in progress. Lastly, the travel planner with a day-by-day itinerary, and you can edit the activities. You can also chat with the AI. Lots of cool stuff. Yeah, that's been our final project demo. Thank you for watching.